Don't be afraid to speak up and say something. I know I have a lot of people that comment on my videos and they be like, you shouldn't be in uniform, speaking out. You shouldn't be saying anything while you're in uniform. Y'all, I'm on my lunch break. If I'm talking, I'm on my breaks, I'm on my lunch break, and I'm telling y'all what it's like. I'm telling y'all what it is, because how else are you going to know the reality of what something is if no one tells you the truth? Y'all, they try to make it a secret. They try to make it a secret like, oh, the only way you're going to know what's really going on is if you get up in here. But people need to know what's going on before they get up in here, before they invest their time up in here, before they get up in here and see that these people are not who they say that they are. I created this channel to voice and to speak out, to say what was really going on. Not just as a way for me to get on here and just be on here, but as a way to voice my life, as a way to communicate what's going on in my life, to show you guys my vision. Because if I don't show you, who else is going to show you? Y'all, I had people used to tell me, when you're doing something, you need to be quiet about it. You shouldn't say nothing. You should be real quiet about it. Some things, that's okay. But in some things, listen to me. You do not have to be quiet about the things going on in your life. You need to speak up. That's what causes depression. That's what causes you to be stressed out, feeling like you want to give up, feeling like you want to do something to yourself, take your life. That's what causes it. It's bundling everything up on the inside and not letting anything out. We have to stop doing that. I know I had, y'all, it was so many things that had happened to me in my life in my youth years, y'all. It was so many things that had happened to me that I kept it to myself. I kept it to myself. And when I did voice it, people didn't believe me because I never said anything. And I told myself, I'm not going to let that happen again. The only way for me and everybody else to know what's really going on is for us to talk about it. You're on these platforms to talk about your experience, to talk about what's going on in your life. If your job is treating you a specific way, get on your break and hash that stuff out. Oh, you in a uniform. They knew you was going to be on a uniform. They knew you was going to still be in that uniform on your 30-minute break. They can only advise you not to wear that uniform whenever you're off the clock. But as long as you ain't doing nothing crazy, you have nothing to be scared of. If you was fighting in that uniform, if you was setting fires in that uniform, if you was killing people in that uniform, I could understand why you would want to keep it all quiet. And why they would say something's going to come against you if you do something like that. But you voicing your opinion, you have the right. That's the thing. They try to make you feel like you don't have the right to voice your opinion and to say what's going on. You do. You have the right to voice it. And there's no better time than to voice it while you're in that moment. It's no better time than to voice it than at that time. Because when you leave that moment, you're going to have a completely different view on what that moment was, because you didn't record it right there in the minute of it. Let the people talk. Let them say what they want. You get it out. Speak on the things that people don't want to say. I've told y'all this before. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I've been through too much in my life to be scared of what somebody's going to do to me because I decide to speak out and say what I know is wrong. If I know something ain't right, then I'm going to say it. If my heart feels a certain way, then I'm going to say it. Because how do they know what you have to say if you don't say it? How did they get the books of the Bible if those people weren't willing to come forward and tell their story. You got to tell your story, regardless of how bad it hurts. Strokes, heart attacks, all of these things are causes from you balling it in, bundling it up, and holding it in. You got to be willing to release, y'all. I'm talking about on another level. Everybody ain't gonna understand. Some people gonna tell you to shut up and be quiet. They've been telling me that for the longest. You need to shut up. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Ain't no reason why you should be doing all that talking. And for some reason, the Most High wouldn't allow me to keep my mouth shut. So I use this mouth for good. And I speak out. And I say what needs to be said. Because I know that that's the only way that we're going to free ourselves. Living in the darkness, that ain't it. Stressing yourself out over what somebody else says, thinks about what you have to say, that ain't it. This is your voice. This is your time to talk about it. And it's best to talk about it while you're right there in the moment. I hold on to it as long as I can until I get to that lunch break. But let me tell you something. If I didn't speak out, if I didn't come to y'all and tell y'all what I really felt, it's a many times that I probably wouldn't have even had that moment. Because it's no telling what I would have done had I not spoken out. Had I not said what was really going on at that moment, how I felt at that moment. You got to speak out, and you can't be scared. No matter what type of situation you're in, they don't want you speaking out because they want you scared. They want you to be quiet because they know, let me tell you something. They know that if you speak out, somebody else gonna hear you. And what usually happens whenever you send a voice through a tunnel, it echoes and it keeps going. On and on and on again. And that's how you have to think about it. My voice, it echoes. So I speak and it's going to echo. And then somebody else is going to hear it. And somebody else is going to hear it. And somebody else is going to hear it. And then somebody's going to wake up. And then I will say my job has been fulfilled. Because I'm waking up the people. I'm not here to please man. Okay? I'm here to get the truth, the understanding, no matter how bad it hurts, no matter what it feels like, no matter what it looks like, we got to get it out. It's time to stop holding it in. Let it out. Let it go. It has no power over you. You are the operator. You are the power. You are the controller of this ship. Control it and stop allowing everybody to tell you to be quiet, because the only reason why they want you to be quiet is because they know that if somebody else hears, they just might wake up and then they just might say something too. And then somebody else just might say something too. And then guess what? We got a whole crowd of woke people. Y'all ain't ready until we ready. I'm telling you, I'm ready. I've been ready. You got to stay ready in this fight. You got to. If you want to be on top, if you want to get somewhere, stay ready. And don't let nobody tell you to be quiet. You do what you need to do because your voice carries. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.